Hello?
Hi, hello. Is this Liam?
Yeah,
Hey, Liam, this is Ty and Bryson. When this call is going to be recorded and potentially uploaded to YouTube. How can I help you?
good. How are you? I'd like to start off by saying I love your channel. I watch your videos like every day.
Thanks, brother.
Um, so I had a question. Like, I know you're good with money and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I'm kind of living like paycheck to paycheck. I just wanted to know if you give me like a quick tip to like fix that. How can I budget, like save my money more? And,
Okay.
like, and I'm also trying to start a YouTube channel. If you had like any tips on like that too, like just
Mm-hmm.
starting fresh.
Okay. All right. So the very first thing is a budget. How do you make a good budget, right? Every
Mhm.
budget has four walls. Those four walls are basically shelter, utilities, groceries, and transportation, right?
Okay.
Everything outside of that is just going to be basically usually a want. And the goal is that when you have those four walls, you want to basically have them at a good enough price. That way, every time you get paid, all of that money doesn't just go, for example, towards those expenses. Your expenses usually should not be more than 70 to 90% of your income. If it's lower, even better. So you got to kind of write down everything and say, okay, so how much money do I make on one side? If you make, for example, how much money do you make, by the way,
I
per
make
month?
per month a little under 2,000.
Okay, so let's say you make $1,500 a month.
Yeah.
So let's say when it comes to shelter, when it comes to utilities and groceries and everything else, you just gotta basically say, okay, how much money am I spending here, and everything else you gotta kind of like cut it out. Now the big thing is gonna be, right? Once you have a good budget, that's just for example the expense factor. The second step is gonna be, okay, I have my expense factor, my expenses are X amount or whatever it is. The idea is, what else is my budget? Well, you have, for example, emergencies. So you want to save $1,000. If you have any debt, you want to focus on basically paying off your debt once you save the $1,000 in case anything does happen to you while you're doing this plan. You want to pay off the debt using the avalanche method. You have any debt, by the way?
Yeah, I have a little bit of college debt. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you want to use the avalanche method, meaning, for example, you pay the debt with the highest APR. Usually, with college debt, you have multiple loans. So you want to pay the loan with the highest APR first. That way, you save money mathematically. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Once you're debt free, you try to basically fully fund your emergency account to 3 to 6 months, however you feel comfortable, while investing just like 5 to 10% max. That's about
Okay.
it. But your priority is going to be just saving up for emergencies. Once you're done with that, you move on, for example, into either saving up to get a better skill, or, for example, just for buying a home or whatever. Now, let me ask you a question. Where are you located?
I'm in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Okay. And what do you do for work?
I'm a merchandiser. I just stock. Well, I work with Canada Dry currently, but I'm actually going to be starting with Pepsi in 2 weeks, and they
Okay.
pay a little more, so my budget
Okay.
would change then too.
Okay. Your budget wouldn't change, right? It's all
Well,
about, if
not.
if you make more income, you don't want to raise your expenses to how much money you make now. You want to keep the expenses the same.
Okay.
Okay. So the big problem is the more money you make, the higher income. So that's why you can be making 1,500 and live paycheck to paycheck, and a lawyer can make $20,000 a year and still also live paycheck to paycheck, right?
Yeah.
So you want to maintain your expenses to a certain level. That way, all that extra money can be used for other things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, the big thing is going to be, do you want to do this merchandising thing forever? Or is it possible once you work for Pepsi to have a program to say, hey, I can basically, we'll pay for your college to basically upgrade your skills. So you can basically go ahead and climb our corporate ladder or whatever it is. Do you
Yeah.
know that's available?
Yeah, I actually had my interview with them the other day, and they said it is capable to work my way up because that's one of my main questions I had for them. Like, I don't want to be a merchandiser forever,
Mm-hmm.
so and they said it is possible to work my way up to a salesman and then like maybe eventually a manager or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was good news to hear.
Mm-hmm. So let me tell you this, right, Liam. If they do offer, for example, like a college tuition credit or anything like that, take advantage of it, or
Okay.
anything like to raise your education level. Because once you raise your education level, not just education like formal education like college, you can also do anything else out there. Just get you a better skill that can make you a little bit more money. Does that
Okay.
make sense? Now, let me
Yeah.
ask you a question. Um, that's your basically your income, 1,500, maybe more when you get this job. What
Yeah.
happened? What are your expenses looking like? Because you're saying you're living paycheck to paycheck here, right? So what are expenses looking like, if you know?
Um, I currently live with my two friends. We have our own apartment, so I have rent, and then like I I'm leasing lease to own, I guess, on our furniture. That's in my name. So I have the furniture bill weekly, rent monthly, my car payment monthly, and those three are really my only big payments.
How much do
Like
you owe in
my big.
total?
Let me see really quick.
Because you have furniture, you have car loan, and you also have student loan debt, right?
Yeah.
And you have credit card debt too, right?
No, I don't have any credit card debt right now.
Okay. So what's your total debt here? How much do you owe on the furniture?
It's $40 a week. So monthly, my my bills monthly is around $985.
$90.85?
No, like 985 monthly with the furniture, my car, and the apartment.
Oh. No, but just the debt though. Just the debt.
Oh, just the debt.
Yeah,
The only
furniture.
debt.
How much do you owe in total on this furniture? What's your car loan and what's your student loan debt?
My student loan is, I think, like 20 grand. I would say around there. My
Okay.
car, I owe around. I think I paid off 2 grand on my car so far. So I probably have like 16 left. Or no, I paid more on my car. I have roughly 16 left on my car. And
And
furniture, I think I only owe them like another maybe 600.
okay. So overall, we're looking at around $36,600.
Okay.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So the big thing is gonna be once you get this new job, you want to use this extra income, all the extra income, right? Once you save for emergencies,
Yeah.
so you don't have to invest here. If you want to set up an investment account, that's fine. Just put in 1%. That's about it. But don't invest anything because in reality, your priority here is just to pay off debt. You want to use the
Yeah.
avalanche method. So you want to pay the debt with the highest APR. In this case, it's probably going to be first your car loan, and then, for example, most likely your furniture, and then your student loan debt. So
Okay.
that means, by the way, with the car loan, it's very interesting, because you might owe 16K on this car, but how much is it worth?
Yeah, that's true. I bought the car. The car was, I think, 18 grand. And then with their interest or whatever, it came out to like a little under 20 grand total.
Yeah.
I've been
So
paying on the car for almost a year now.
okay. So if I were you, right? If I were in your shoes right now, what would I do for my financial benefit? The first thing is I would set up a budget with those four walls and show my income. See exactly where all my money is flowing to, right?
Yeah.
On top of that, if I have a deficit, the big thing is going to be, hey, I owe 16K on this car. With my current income, my expenses is going to take me forever to pay this off. So I might just want to go ahead and sell that car, cut my losses, pay whatever I owe to the lender, and then buy a little a little car, like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Just make sure it's running, and that way you can basically transport yourself from point A to point B, right? A little beater
Yeah.
car. That way, okay. That way now I don't have to worry about $16,000 I have to pay to this entire car. By the time I'm done paying it off, it's gonna be worth a lot less money. Second thing is I would pay off this furniture stuff, right? Just pay it off, be done with it. Third thing is I would move towards the student loan debt. And if you have little individual student loans here and there, you want to pay off the one with the highest APR first. Once you are debt free, my friend, you want to work towards building an emergency fund. If you want to invest right here, just don't invest more than 10% of your money. I don't recommend it because, again, your priority is on basically building an emergency fund. Once you're done there, the big thing's going to be, hey, I could tell you save for a home if you want to. But my main thing would be, hey, save up or just start paying to upgrade your skills so you can actually earn more money. Because how old are you right now, Liam?
I just turned 21.
Yeah, so you're 21 right now, but when you're 30, I'm pretty sure you don't want to be living with your friends, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So the big goal is gonna be I want to upgrade. And by the way, you're 21, so you're super young. So 2 years, that might be, for example, a license in a fancy trade job that can make you $40,000 a year. That way you're in a much better spot. And that way you're good to go. Once you have that money coming in, now you can basically start saving up for a home, invest in more money and everything else. But my main priority would be, I want to get out of debt and I want to upgrade my skill. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, second question. Tommy, I want to build my YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing YouTube for?
I actually haven't started yet. I just, like, me and my friends are working on, like, making a group YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of just been getting together and brainstorming that right now. But I told them that, like, I scheduled this call with you more for, like, my personal reasons with what we just went over. But also, like, to hear your perspective and, like, what, like, the best thing is, like, getting started on YouTube, basically.
The best thing is that YouTube is great to make a lot of money, but it's not great if all you want is money, because you'll be working for free for a while. Might be 3 months, might be a year, might be 2 years, might be 11 years like I did it, right? Might take a long time. But if you do it correctly, it shouldn't take you that long whatsoever. But the main thing is going to be picking a niche, a category that you actually enjoy talking about. So for you, that might be about cars, it might be about finance, it might be about anything out there. It might be about paying off my debt journey or whatever it is, building a budget, or restaurants, or traveling, or just like vlogs with your friend. But whatever you do pick, make sure you enjoy it. Make sure you're good at it, and make sure there's actually interest in the market for it. That way you can start to generate some views. But the views will not come for a while. It's all about building kind of like a portfolio of content initially. For me, you know this. It's daily content for me. It's just the way I work best. So if you want to do daily content, you can if you want to. Do I recommend it at first? Probably not. It's a lot of work and you already have other work. So I'll probably do like 1 to 3 videos initially and then work towards like daily content. But if you do 3 videos a week, that's around 150 videos every single year. So that's the large portfolio, right? It's just turning out content.
Yeah.
The biggest mistake I see with new YouTubers is basically they're very creative. So they want to have a channel about movies, about money, about what happened to their day yesterday, about the politics stuff. It's not like that. It's like cable TV, but on the internet. If I go to Cartoon Network, I don't want to hear about Joe Biden. Okay, I just want to watch cartoons. If I go to HBO Max, I just want to watch an entertaining movie. I don't want to hear about any drama with reality TV, right? It's not what I'm looking for. So whatever you do pick, you got to stick to it. And if you have multiple ideas, make multiple channels. But by that point, you'll see, hey, having multiple channels is a lot of work, and I actually can't do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
that was actually one of my friends said. He suggested that we make like a bunch of videos and see which one get more views or whatever, and then pick that as our niche or whatever. But I said my thing was, if we post a bunch of different videos, that's kind of gonna like scatter our audience, and like we're not gonna keep getting more and more views. It's just gonna like be diverse in a way. I
mean, initially, I'll tell you the truth. Initially, when you first start YouTube, it's just testing things to find out what you like, what you're good at, what's gonna make you money. So it's not really like that much of a bad idea, but understand, don't expect any success from it. So if you want to say, I want to do this type of content here and that type of content, understand that most likely you're not going to break out in anything, but guess what? That way you find out exactly what you guys like to do the most. Now, for me personally, the only problem I find with making content with a bunch of people is that sometimes not everyone is available. So now you have responsibilities, but someone might not be available. So what do you do then? Just make sure whatever you decide to do, you're also capable of doing it by yourself also. If I needed a group of 3-4 people to make a video every single day, I might have skipped a few days every now and then because not everyone's going to be available all the time. But I can make that priority my priority.
Yeah.
Now, from a strategic point of view, YouTube is a search engine. YouTube is Google for videos. So if your videos are not being looked up, you will not generate any views. No views means no money. No money means nothing, right? And you can still have a hobby on YouTube without making money. It doesn't have to be monetized. If it makes you happy, you do it. But if you want to make it a business, you got to be strategic here. So your goal is whatever niche you pick, I would basically go out there, find the top 10 people in that niche, look at over all their content, when they post, how they post, go over all their comments, see what people like, what they don't like, see ideas people actually gave them, but they can't make it because basically they're too big now. So you use all the ideas to basically start to make more videos on your channel. A great way to make good videos that you're not going to get a lot of views is you go to those same channels, you go to the most popular videos, and you recreate those videos with better, updated, original content, and also your stories. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
So if I find if I'm like, for example, like Graham Stephan, right, and I want to get into finance, I would go to his channel, his most popular video. I wouldn't watch the videos. I don't want to be too influenced. I would read the description. I would read the comments, see what's missing, what was good about the video, and I would do my own research and basically recreate that video, but better.
Okay.
On top of that, since YouTube is also a search engine, you got to make sure you're also optimizing your titles. It's called SEO optimization, meaning you need keywords with your entire titles. That way it can be searched. If someone's going to look up, for example, how to make money online, it's better than saying how to make money, right? You want to be more specific. Yeah. You want to have the right keywords that are actually going to be searched up even further. You want to use tags. You want to use full descriptions. You want to use great thumbnails. That way you have a great click-through rate. The more content you make, the more views you get, the harder and faster YouTube is going to start to push you. But they'll give you that good push when usually you become monetized. Because at that point, they know, hey, this person is actually going to make us some money. And at the end of the day, YouTube is a business, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I had one more question about like your investing stuff. For example, like I try to invest in stocks and Bitcoin and everything, but I have a credit union as my bank, so most of the investing apps don't let me connect. And for some reason, when I try to use my card, it tells me that my card doesn't allow money something. I forget what the word was.
Okay.
Like, would you suggest opening a new bank account or like so I can invest, or like using Chime?
I would suggest you open up a new bank account so you can have more liberty. But I think that was a blessing in disguise, you know, because if you're making $1,500 a month, whenever you lose money, you're losing a lot of your time, because your time equals money right now. You don't make money while you're sleeping, right?
Gotcha.
So my main thing is, Tommy, should I start investing into cryptocurrency, any of that stuff? The answer is no. That is not an investment, it's speculation. Should I start picking stocks like Apple or Tesla or whatever it is? The answer is yes, only if you understand the companies from a financial point of view as an accountant and also as someone that knows finance to project into the future. If the answer is no to both of those things, then you got to say, hey, I'm going to be honest here. All I want to do is make money from the stock market, but I don't want to take all this risk, because in reality, I'm speculating, and speculation usually means a lot of gambling. Some people make money, people assume they're so smart, but it's just a gamble, right? If you get lucky twice or three times, people think you're a genius, but when you fail the fourth time, you feel big, it's a problem. Everyone's an idiot at that point, right? So my goal would be, hey, if I don't want to do all this work, which takes like 48 hours of research every single day, I'm just going to go ahead and invest, for example, into index funds. If you don't have that much money to invest into index funds, you can basically just do ETFs, which are a lot cheaper, but they also track indexes. That way you're doing the exact same thing. Now, in all of my videos, I have a portfolio for M1 Finance linked down below. When you click it, you can invest directly into my portfolio if you want to invest the exact same way I invest, which is basically 80% to stock ETFs and 20% to stock bonds. Bonds, into ETF bonds. That's about it. But as far as right now, me personally, would I be investing? The answer is no. I would set everything up, maybe send over 1% of my income every single month, but my priority is going to be using the avalanche method right now to get out of debt. And saving that 1K first before I even get started, and cutting everything I don't need from my budget to make sure I have this free income, and potentially in the future, increasing your skill levels so you can make more money. Again, trade jobs, degrees, you can go in 2-3 years, say you're 23, 24, or maybe 25, you're making $60,000 a year. It's a big upgrade.
Yeah.
And it can mean, for example, hey, Pepsi, I want to go through the ranks here. Can you guys help me pay for this degree so I can qualify to do this job for you in the corporate office? Yeah, sure, we can. If they accept it, great. If they don't, you might want to pay for it yourself. That way you can actually just go ahead and get upgraded. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
My priority right now would not be an investment. It would be paying off all this debt.
Okay.
All right, brother?
Yep. Yeah, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for your time, man. I really appreciate it also. I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
And by the way, all these calls are free. You can also call me whenever you actually want to by scheduling another call. So if within a few weeks or months you want to call me again, just schedule a call for free and I'll give you a call, okay?
Got you. No problem. Thank you.
All right, brother. Have fun. Peace out.
Yep.
All right, guys. So that right there was an awesome call. You know, that was actually Liam. But the whole idea is usually people, you know, it's kind of like, why would you want to invest into something that's going to have your money locked away for a very long time? For example, like stocks or index funds or ETFs, when in reality, your biggest thing right now is going to be investing into yourself. Once you raise your income, you have the possibility of saying, hey, I raised my income, right? Awesome. Now I can go out there and say, hey, I can invest more money. I can have more opportunity because now I have a higher income. That's usually what you want to go ahead and do. Don't rush investing. If you invest all the money possible, you'll be rich in 20, 30, 40 years, but you'll have that same earning capacity. That's not what I want for you. I want you to have a better quality of life. And that comes from having a better skill to earn you more money. If you want to try anything out, just go out there and try it out. Whether it's YouTube, a business, whatever it is, just don't over leverage with it. And when it comes to stocks and cryptocurrency, understand what an investment is versus what speculation is. That's the whole idea. Investments, you actually understand the entire thing. Speculations, you don't. And you're just guessing. And that's basically you just potentially taking a gamble. You might win, you might lose, but understand it's not an investment. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. And if you want to join me on a call also, well, click the link down below and schedule a call, and I'll call you ASAP, maybe tomorrow, okay? On top of that, leave a comment down below if you have any questions. And also, if you guys want to join me on my other channels, well, links down below. If you want to DM me on Instagram, well, follow me on Instagram, Bryson. And before I go, if you want to watch more content and more videos, here's a video right here. Click my face right here. See you guys tomorrow. And as always, peace.